Hi guys, hope everybody is doing really well today. I'm going to have a go at cleaning a few items up today. These items came from my friend Darren, and his Instagram link will be linked below if you want to check him out. So basically, these are some sort of interesting items. All these came from Darren, apart from these two, which came from a tool chest. So what we've got here looks like a 1/2 inch dowel plates. Obviously you have square pieces of timber and you hammer them through and they should come out the other side round dowels. So they've got the standard sizes, so that's obviously 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch. I'm assuming that's 11/16. So I don't think it goes quite up to an inch, but it's basically an SAE sort of dowel plate. We've got a Moore and Wright depth gauge, which could do with a little bit of cleaning up. So we're going to have a little go with that. We've got a lovely King Dick wrench, probably one of the nicest ones I've seen. 1940 something Air Ministry, trademark King Dick with a lovely insignia on it, but could do with D&D rust. We've got more of an average King Dick, which is a war finish, with a fair old bit of grime on it, as you can see. And then we've got another middle of the road King Dick as well. I think it's got made in England on that side. I'm not sure if it's got anything else, but needs a good clean up anyway. We've got an apprentice piece, which is very cool. So this would have been made as somebody's probably workshop project at school. I'm guessing it's something SG, Simon or something, who knows. I wonder who made it, and I wonder if that person's still around. But it's certainly a nice project. He was pretty proud of it, because you can see he's put his name all over it. But it's kind of a nice job. He's bent the steel plate over, he's put 3 rivets through it, and he's got a captive knurled thumb screw. Nice design, but just needs vapor rusting and cleaning up. We've got here, I'm assuming is a wire gauge, but it could be a small dowel plate, I suppose, but I'm guessing it's a wire gauge. H Painter EM 118, and then it's got TPD CLR, not sure what that means. If anyone knows, feel free to comment. So that's a cool little item. And then we've got this, which is one of my favourite items. This is a Chesterman Sheffield, number 780. And this is a wire gauge. So it shows you all the different gauges of wire. This side, Imperial Standard wire gauge. And patent. So that's a lovely item. I'm hoping that will clean up and it won't be too pitted. So yeah, some nice items here. So I'm going to give these a little clean up, put them in the evaporust, give them a wire wheel, oil them, bring them back, and let's see what they look like. All right, let's get on with it. Right guys, so that's been a little bit of a clean up. So let's get this now in the evaporust and then we'll see what it looks like overnight. So we'll put these in the basket of dreams and then we'll see what we end up with at the end of the night tomorrow. Right, let's put these stuff in the basket. There we go. Alright, we'll see you tomorrow. Right guys, so those have had a little wipe off just to get the worst of the muck off, and now we can see what we're left with. So you can see that that's sort of seams popping there on that one. This is my favourite. This is one of the nicest marked King Dick wrenches I've seen in a very long time. It's got Air Ministry 1940. This is a really nice example of a King Dick. So we've got a very basic one, war finish, arrow. So some quite nice examples. This dowel block looks to be in reasonable condition. There's some pitting which is going to come out. We've got this Moore and Wright depth gauge. It becomes apparent, you can see the writing now pretty clearly. Someone's engraved the name. Looks like B445, if that's a guess. I like this one because obviously you can adjust it to the side to do an edge, you know, so that's quite clever design. And then we've got the two sort of a wire gauge, and it almost looks like it could be a small dowel plate, but I'm guessing it's a wire gauge. So yeah, so they've come out okay. So let's give these a wire wheel and see what they look like when they're done. All right, I'll see you in a sec. Right guys, we're back. So we've give this a little wire wheel, and let's have a look at the state of play. There's a little bit of pitting and rusting, but this one seems to have survived. This dowel maker seems to have supported, and you can see the numbers now. I couldn't see half of these. So we've got 1/2 inch, 5/16, 3/8, 7/16, 1/2 inch, 9/16, 5/8, 11/16. So that's really good. You can see the writing on them. That's what the Evaporust. This is not had anything on it, no paste wax, no nothing, just a little bit of Evaporust, a bit of tissue paper, and then a wire wheel. And we've got the apprentice piece, runs really smooth, super duper. Kind of a nice little wrench really. Whoever made this should be proud of it. I do wonder who SG was. If you could only go back and find out who made that, be interesting, wouldn't it? Little SG wrench, so that's really good. We've got the King Dick with the arrow. Looks like some really nice grinds up that end. Not in bad condition at all. Not textured bar hack on the edges. Not so sure about the grinds on them, but whoever done that bit was that was a Monday job. I think that was a Friday job, as Scroutcrafter says. Monday, Friday. But yeah, so not bad. It's war finished, quite nice writing actually, war finish. The star of the show when it comes to the wrenches, I think, is this one. This is a real stunner. Different design. It's got King Dick with the Bulldog. It's got 1940, quite an early one. Air Ministry, more King Dick writing. It's a shame about the pitting. It's got a little bit of pitting, but I might go further on this and do a restoration on this, because this one's got, you know, does it say there, registration marks? I think this one you could polish up a bit further, fibre wheel, try and get beyond those pits, but you'd have to try and keep the angles on it. But that is a nice King Dick wrench. The same can't be said for this one. I don't know what this was put in, but it wasn't Cosmoline. Look at the state of that. I mean, never been used. Still got the original grind on the actual on the wrench, but the pitting, this is as John Fix would call it, a pit monster. This one pretty deep. You'd lose all the writing. You'd have to look at that. Look at that. That is deep. To get those pits out and get that to a nice finish, I think you'd lose everything. You'd end up with a very thin wrench. It'd look like that when it's finished. It'd be that thin. We've got this Moore and Wright depth gauge. This is good. When I was wire wheeling, that caught the wire wheel and span off. I thought I'd lost it, but thank the Lord I managed to find it. So B45, I wonder what that relates to. Not sure. But yeah, quite a nice little depth gauge. Nice tool, still useful today. Tightens down, and you can put it on the edge as well to swap it over, which is always useful. I really am liking this little wire gauge. I've not got one like that, and that's super duper. And the same for this one as well. H Painter, something Painter, yeah. EM 118. I love the way someone's been stamping that. I mean, they've double stamped the R there, double stamped the D because they didn't stamp the D very deep. So they think, yeah. So anyway, nice items. Quite happy with that. They're all cleaned up and ready to go in drawers. I need to buy more of these because I owe people all around the world with these. I did a guy with a guy in Argentina. I owe him 2. So need to keep buying King Dick wrenches. But I think this one's going to be a keeper. I do like that wrench. I think that's got a real nice look to it. So that's really good. Probably one of the nicest ones I've ever seen. Alright, so thanks for watching. I hope you found it mildly interesting, if anyone actually got this far in the video. Alright, take care. Have a good day. Have a nice weekend. Bye.